Weren't you scared how people from different political backgrounds might perceive this film?
I'm not scared because I think that this movie treats equally Republicans and Democrats, immigrants and white nationalists or white supremacists. This is an observation film. I'm not judging anyone. I'm just considering that the food is a kind of media between souls. So even if we fight against someone, maybe someone at certain point in our life will give us something to eat, and there will be some peace in this thing.
Mm-hmm. And how long did the filming take?
The film took 5 weeks, and the very intense thing of this movie, it was the trip that we did. Mm-hmm. It was made of 5,000 miles with the beautiful people that helped me to do the movie. And you know, what I will bring with me from the movie is the fact that this movie is the glue of a very strong friendship and a very strong way to look at the world.
Thank you very much. So congratulations.
Thank you. It was so fast, you know. You work like 1 year and then, you know, 1 hour and a half and everything is over. That's a problem.
So we've just seen this incredible film. How did it all begin? How did you end up telling this story or wanting to tell this story? How did this begin? What's the journey like?
You know, I make a life taking photos for big brands. That's the way I pay my movie. But I was in Pennsylvania in 2016 during the last week of the elections, taking photos for a big Italian brand. And I came into a diner for lunch, and this big guy comes out from a truck. He ran into the diner with a big shirt with the Trump sign on it. He sit on the diner and he ordered a burger, and I saw a guy cooking the burger and it was Mexican. And you know, there was a big rhetoric around the wall at that time, and I saw, you know, the burger coming from the kitchen to his mouth, and I thought, this is a kind of act of peace, which is unconscious, is not rational. So I thought to myself, fuck, this is a movie, but we have the election in a week. How can we do it? And I don't know if I can say likely, 8 years later, Trump decided to be again, you know. Yeah. And so was, you know, the perfect occasion. We decided to shoot the movie like 2 weeks before. Maddalena was crazy enough to say, okay, let's do it. We have to do it. And my crew and Daniele, we took a plane and we managed the situation. Day by day.
There you go. Now you have it. Is there any questions out there? Who would like to ask a question? I'm sure you have lots. You're probably just a bit shy. There we go. Yes, please, sir.
So you said that you got the idea for the film when you were...
I'm getting old.
You said the idea for the film came to you from this experience in the diner in the previous election. So I'm wondering, was this the same diner and the same people, or how did you find the people in the film, and did they have the connections that we saw in the film?
This is a very important question. This is not the same diner. This is a diner in Coney Island. and we found people by chance, literally. We knock at the door of the people saying, "You want to be part of it? You want to be part of it?" And you know, we spent like 2 months trying to find the right people. And at the end, Eduardo comes into our life thanks to Whitney that went to the diner to have a burger and called me and said, "I found the perfect guy." And when I saw his eyes, he reminded myself when I was a child and I was moved by my parents from Sardinia, from Naples to Sardinia, where I grew up. And I saw the deep spirit of a Mexican in a place which is...
And Eduardo is in Coney Island, as is Robert. So then did you think we need a kind of a counter character? Let's find our Robert. Is that the process? Because I don't know about the audience, but I mean, there's so many people in this film, and I just can't fathom how you are knocking on doors and finding them at short notice because they're all perfectly cast. I mean, yeah. How did you then find your Robert?
Have you seen the rally where all the Republicans were listening to someone? We met him around the organization of the rally because we knew that the rally was going to be made, and so we talked with the organization, and Robert was there, and we see this guy walking like this with the flag, and I said, "This guy looks like Penguin. He's born to be an actor, but he's not." So let's talk to him, and he was very interesting. You can see him in two ways. With a cynical gaze and say, "This guy is the opposite of me, I'm better than him," or you can see him with the same eyes you put on Eduardo, because he is the working class in the same way Eduardo is working class. So the film is challenging you to not judge. At the end of the day, the two guys are the same thing, but in two different bodies and in two different perceptions of the rule that they have in society.
Would anyone else like to ask a question out there? Yes, please.
You told that this film is better, but are all your films like this?
Sorry?
Are all your films like this?
In terms, you mean style or
Whatever.
everything? Okay.
I don't know if I have to take it as a compliment or not, so I don't know how I can answer. I don't know how my movies are. You know, they are act of necessities. You know, you will talk with a lot of directors in the next days. They usually work for years before shooting. My guys that are here and they love me but they hate me a little bit knows very well that I can call them and say, we are going to shoot in 3 weeks. What? I don't know, but I'm writing. You know, so I don't know how my movies are, but they touch myself, which is the only thing I care about. You know, I was in a TV show in Italy, not a big TV show, and a journalist asked me, why did the audience should see your movies? And I asked, I answer, I don't know, and I don't care. I mean, you are so important as audience, but it's not important what you see, but it's important what you feel. So it's not something that is related to me. The only thing I have to care about while I'm doing something is touching myself. So I will respect you as audience.
During divided times, how were you able to get people to be so open and willing to be part of the film? Because I imagine some people are a bit cautious at the moment, sharing their views, their politics, etc.
You know, you are doing this question because you didn't receive any email from me. My sign on the email is Gianluca Vassalla, artist and beach. I'm a fucking whore. I can sell myself to have back what I need. So I'm very good.
How do you get people to trust you? Because you're obviously...
I don't know. But I can
You're a European as well, an outsider. I thought this would be a hard time to make a film like this.
I'm a left guy. She's a queer lady. We went to the rally wearing a Trump hat. You have to do what you have to do, as Robert said.
I got the impression that in the movie, all the Republicans, they talk a lot aloud, and they are pretty much like aggressive in the messages. On the other hand, the Mexicans and the simple laborers, the immigrants, they are pretty not stamina, but very quiet, not talk much. Is this an impression, is this the general impression you got in US at the time?
You know, it's a very good question in a way. I can tell you that this is what I saw, but I didn't saw the whole world. So, and we all know that even if they feel comfortable, you don't know how much they are influenced by the camera in front of them. So, is this the truth? I don't know. Is this real? Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Gianluca. Thank you, the team. Thank you so much for sharing this film.